Another major update just hit, pioneers, and trust me, this one feels like a total game changer. Right now, as you're watching this, something massive is happening behind the scenes in the crypto world. A recently leaked piece of code has surfaced, and it suggests that the Pi network isn't just building another digital currency. What they're creating might completely redefine how cryptocurrency works at its core. I know that sounds like a big claim, but stay with me, because this could genuinely change everything we know about crypto. So the real question is, are we ready for what's coming? Because what I'm about to show you could catch even experienced investors off guard. Hey pioneers, welcome back to the channel, it's Nathan here. Always good to see our global Pi family tuning in. Before we dive deep, drop a quick Pi to the moon in the comments and tell me where you're watching from. It's crazy seeing how this community has grown across so many countries. And I've got to ask, do you think Pi will soon hit its real value, or will it take more time? Let me know what you think down below. Now, most cryptocurrencies live and die by one simple rule: the market decides the price. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dogecoin, they all rise and fall with supply, demand, and the mood of investors. Prices pump, prices crash, and the roller coaster never ends. But it looks like the Pi network has decided that this whole system is broken, and instead of trying to fix it, they might be replacing it completely. There's a particular number you've probably seen floating around, $314,159. It's not just a meme or a dream target. According to this leaked code, that number isn't just symbolic, it's being hard-coded directly into the blockchain itself. Not as a goal. Not as a hope. As a rule written into the very structure of smart contracts. The idea that a cryptocurrency can have its value literally built into its code, not influenced by markets, not manipulated by traders, that's one of the boldest experiments we've ever seen. And here's where it gets wild. Developers found a file named picostable.js, and inside it, line by line, they discovered something extraordinary. The file shows Pi being minted on the Stellar blockchain, which is known for stable, efficient tokens. So far, that makes sense. But right there in the code, it declares the value of one Pi is exactly $314,159. There's even a line that says, this token is pegged to $314,159. Pegged, as in fixed, locked, unchangeable. Now think about what that means. In most cryptocurrencies, price is whatever someone's willing to pay. But Pi seems to be declaring, no, this is the value, and our technology will make sure it stays that way. It's like if the dollar's price could never move, it's just written into reality. But here's the obvious question: how can any system actually enforce that? How can Pi control its value across real, unpredictable markets where millions of people can buy and sell freely? That's where the second file comes in, multi-chain value enforcer.py. This is where things go from interesting to revolutionary. The leaked code describes a network that constantly monitors Pi's value across multiple blockchains: Ethereum, Binance Smart Chain, Stellar, and more. The second that Pi's price shifts away from $314,159 on any of them, an enforcement protocol automatically activates to correct it. How? Through three different mechanisms. First, atomic swaps, lightning fast, trustless exchanges that can balance prices between chains faster than any trader could. If Pi dips somewhere, the system creates instant buying pressure. If it spikes elsewhere, it releases supply to calm things down. Second, DAO penalties. The decentralized governance system could actually penalize accounts that intentionally try to manipulate Pi's price. Imagine trying to crash it and the network itself steps in to counteract you automatically. And third, liquidity adjustments. The system can add or remove liquidity from pools so that any attempt to push the price away from $314,159 becomes exponentially harder and more expensive. The deeper the deviation, the stronger the resistance. Developers have started calling this mechanism the GCV police, meaning global constant value. It's basically a guardian program whose only mission is to keep Pi stable. Now this approach completely flips traditional economics on its head. Normally, a currency's value is determined by what people are willing to pay. It's shaped by belief, scarcity, and demand. Bitcoin's value exists because millions believe in it. Ethereum's price depends on how much people need it for its network. In every case, value emerges from markets. But Pi seems to be saying, let's decide the value first, then build technology powerful enough to make it true. That's a huge psychological and technical shift. If you hold Bitcoin, you know it could drop 20% tomorrow, that's just part of the game. But under Pi's system, volatility might not exist. 1 Pi equals $314,159 today, tomorrow, next year, not because of investor demand, but because the code itself won't allow anything else. If this works, it would make Pi the first digital currency in history where value comes before price, not the other way around. But it also raises enormous questions. Can such a system actually function in a world built on free markets? Historically, every attempt to fix prices, from ancient Rome to modern currency pegs, eventually collapses under real economic pressure. If the market thinks Pi should be worth less, the system has to fight to hold the line. If the market thinks it should be worth more, it has to suppress demand. Either way, it's a constant balancing act. So the question becomes, can decentralized code succeed where entire governments have failed? There's also the regulatory gray area. Pi doesn't neatly fit into existing categories. It's not a normal crypto because its price doesn't move. It's not a stablecoin because it's not backed by dollars or gold, it's backed by algorithms and community consensus. So how do regulators classify something like that? A security? A payment system? Something entirely new? Different countries could see it completely differently. But here's the deeper meaning for you, the pioneers. If you've been mining Pi for years, waiting patiently for Mainnet, this might represent something profound. You're not just holding a speculative coin hoping for a pump. You're holding access to a potential new kind of economy, one that's designed to be immune to the chaos of traditional crypto markets. If this system truly works, it could make Pi the world's first technologically stabilized currency, where code replaces speculation, and volatility isn't a risk, it's a bug the system eliminates. Of course, there's a darker possibility too, that the mechanism can't hold up under real pressure, and the enforced value collapses. Either way, what we're witnessing is the beginning of something bold. Whether it becomes a revolution or just another experiment, Pi is forcing the entire crypto industry to rethink what digital money can be. It's not trying to copy Bitcoin or outpace Ethereum. It's trying to create something entirely new, a currency where stability is coded into its DNA. So, pioneers, whatever happens next, one thing is clear, Pi Network isn't just playing by the old rules anymore. And that alone makes it one of the most fascinating stories unfolding in crypto right now. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you found this breakdown interesting, hit that like button, subscribe, and share it with other pioneers who want to understand what's really happening beneath the surface. Stay curious, stay informed, and I'll see you in the next video.